What's up, y'all? This is another episode of Chair Talk. Let's get into it. We reached 100 subs! I am so thankful for y'all. Thank you to everybody who have subscribed, who have liked, who have shared my content. I thank you all so much. I do this for y'all, really. I really do. And I really appreciate every single person who has even just given me a view, even if you didn't like it, even if you didn't, subscribe or anything. Just being seen and being able to develop this platform into what I know it can be is just an extreme blessing, and I just thank God that I'm able to do something like this for the people, my people, us. Yeah, this is for the culture. This is more than just the beauty industry, okay? This is for the culture. This is for my culture. This is for um it's aspiring beauty influencers, aspiring beauty, professionals. Like, this channel is for us, okay? And I really appreciate y'all for tuning in every single week. We've been at this for 5 weeks, y'all. Yo, honestly, I really I really haven't done anything like this for 5 weeks straight. So kudos to me for keeping up consistency, because that's what I struggle with daily. Yeah. But hey, here we are. We are here. We are here. We are here. Episode 5, 100 subs. I'm super excited, and it's just it's just an amazing feeling to have thousands of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people tuning into my content. And hopefully, those of you who have seen my content on your feed, y'all might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And to my cousins, what's up? I know what I'm going to call y'all now. I know what I'm going to call y'all now. I don't know. But I just feel like because this movement is so big, like, I'm going to call y'all the main mafia. Yeah. Yeah. Because we here, and we are people who are trendsetters in the beauty industry. Main mafia is just it's more than just a group of people. No, this is a movement. This is a movement of people who, you know, like I said, are trendsetters in the beauty industry, people who are not afraid to show and be who they are and express themselves in a creative way. That is what Main Mafia stands for. And I am so blessed to have you guys a part of my life. And I can't wait to see where this journey goes. So, without further ado, let's continue to get into what this episode is about. So, I wanted to do things a little bit different today with this episode. I just had a couple people ask me some questions, so I just wanted to go over some beauty biz tips for you guys. I had somebody ask me about, how do you price your services? Like, what all goes into being able to price your services as a service-based professional? And it's an easy question to answer, but it's also complex as well. But, first off, a quick personal story. When I first started, I was charging, let's say for a silk press, I was charging like $75 just to get them in the door. Okay. And that's literally just to get them into the door. $75. I was just starting out. They made my prices though. No more.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Hmm. Yesterday's price is not today's price, okay? Do you hear me? But just to get people in the door, I started charging $75. I felt like that was a good price where I was still able to make a profit margin at the same time as showing people my work. And then I've also done a couple of free services as well just to get some content, you know? You can definitely do that. Nothing's wrong with giving away a free service or two because you need content. Everybody's not going to want to jump on the fact that your service is $75 or it's a cheap price because some people kind of feel a way about cheap prices. They might feel like, "Oh, she cheap, so that means her work not good." No. And then I surprise them. I'm like, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is more than I thought that I was going to get at $75." Yeah, I know, cuz I'm her. Period. But anyway, yeah, so $75 just to get them in the door, a couple free services, just so that I can get some content, some good quality content. And if you explain that to your client, they'll be able to assist you with getting that good quality content. Let's understand why underselling is hurting you, okay? Underselling is hurting you because you attract clients who don't have value, or I don't want to say who don't have value, but who don't value your time. Okay. We have all of those clients that come in and they just feel like they just can do what they want. And honestly, underselling yourself is going to attract a certain target audience that you're not necessarily going to want to deal with later on in the long run. Okay. And another example of the target audience could be, say for instance, yes, you do keep those prices at a low price or a cheap price. You're going to get a lot of clients who are going to argue with you. You're going to get some of those bargain clients that come in and feel like they can, bargain with you or trade things with you. Like nothing's wrong with a little trade now. Like you can trade service for service or whatever, like however you want to do it. But just know that if you do trade service for service, you have to make sure that it's going to benefit you and how much it's going to benefit you. Okay. So you're going to get those type of clients that feel like they're going to bargain with you. They feel like, they just, I feel like the entitlement is there when the cheaper your prices, the more entitled your clients feel. And I don't know why that is, but it just is. And I'm just like, girl, you're not even paying me full price for this service. Why are you so entitled? Yeah, I said it. But anyway, moving on. All right, so the next reason why underselling is hurting you is because you burn out faster and then you also lose the passion for it. Because let's be honest, money is the motivator, okay? Money is the motivator. You are more likely to go to just let's just take a 9 to 5 for example. You are more likely to get up and go to a job that's paying you top dollar to do what you do, right? Versus going to a job that's paying you 750 an hour or 725 an hour in most areas, you know, and they're only giving you like 20 hours a week. Yeah, do the math. But you are more motivated, okay, to do what you need to do and to provide the quality of service that you are, willing to give at that price level, and then you don't burn out because you're able to make the bulk of your money up earlier versus having to do 10 clients for $75 just to make your quota for the day. You could probably do your silk presses, or this is just an example, your silk presses 125 per client, right? And be able to make your quota of like $300 or $400 with just three or four clients, versus having to do 10 to make $300. And I know the math is so off with that, but y'all get what I'm saying. Cause really 10 clients at $75, that's still really not bad. That's $750. However, if you do it at 125, You could probably get away with doing 5 or 6. So you're really taking away like 4 or 5 people, really. Yeah, so you're able to do half the work. You're able to make the money in half the time is what I mean. We'll get to the math later. I'll show you how that works. Now, you also have more room to invest back into your business because you're making more money quicker. You're able to put back more money for your business versus having to wait like 2 or 3 weeks to be able to invest in your business and build the money up, right? So that goes back into the you burn out faster and you lose passion point, but you're able to make your money quicker. The higher your prices, the quicker you make your money. It's that simple. And just to remind you, you can't build a luxury brand with bargain prices. Let me say that again. You can't build a luxury brand with bargain prices. Okay? Okay. Yeah, you can't. It's not possible. And I say that because the bargain customer, they want a lot for a little. And you can't offer luxury if your prices are cheaper because you got to think about it. Luxury costs money. And that also goes into your products you're using. Like how you going to be able to how are you going to buy luxury hair products to use on your clients, or luxury products period, to use on your clients, and you're not even making enough money to purchase those items? You're not even making enough money to purchase those items. It's crazy. There's no way that you could build a luxury brand on bargain prices. It's not possible. So get it out your head. You got to, in order to make money, you got to spend some money. That's just the way of the world. At some point, yes, you can build a brand with no inventory, but at some point in your business, you're going to have to spend money. Okay. So, next, pricing your service strategically, okay, is very important. So, the key factors you need to consider when pricing your products or your services, you have to think about the time. How long does it take for you to do the service from start to finish? Or how long does it take you to make the product? Or you got to think about the difficulty, okay? How intensive or is it, you know? And then also the skill level too. Are you a beginner? Are you intermediate? Are you advanced? Like, and here we have to be honest with ourselves, okay? We really have to be honest with ourselves when we're thinking about our skill level, okay? Because that's very important too. If you're charging top dollar for a service and you're giving mediocre results, that's not a good look for you, babe. You gotta reevaluate those prices. Now, what you can do is you can go and enhance your skills by taking a class or getting training from someone who you see fit as what the quality you want to bring to your brand. Get those skills and use those skills on your clients, and then charge the amount of money that you need to charge for that. Okay. Next is going to be your product costs. Like I said earlier, like you have to include the products, tools, the equipment, wear and tear of your equipment, because you got to think about it. Your flat iron break down on you in the middle of doing a silk press. Yes, that's happened to me. Mm, woo. And if you are a real deal professional in the hair game, y'all know our tools cost us like 125 to 100 or $500 a pop.
I let it go for about $40.
$40?
Look, man, $35. That's the lowest I can go. You're killing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 35.
Okay. Our tool's not expensive. Them Marcells I got, that heat, this heat oven back here with my set of Marcells, baby, that's real cast iron. Okay? That ain't no aluminum, no titanium or ceramic. My my Marcells are real deal cast iron. Now imagine how much that is, okay? You have to include those prices as well of your product and your tools. And also not only just the products and your tools, but how much is it going to cost to replace it? How much is it going to cost for you to go get it fixed, to get it maintenance, you know? And then we all know inflation is crazy right now. So that's real. And that right there is product cost and skill level and time are the most important of the whole of this whole list. Okay. Now you do like a few things. Oh, experience, but experience and transformation kind of goes into your skill level too. But we'll get to that in just a second. Your location matters too, because you have to think about it. If you're charging luxury, if you're charging luxury prices or giving a luxury experience, but you live in a local area where your locals don't make enough to afford what you are charging, it's going to be real hard for you to pull in your local community. It's going to be really tough. And even if you do pull in your local community, they're only going to see you like once every blue moon, like once every 2 or 3, every 4 or 5 months, they're going to come see you because they have to wait for the time that they're able to splurge like that on you. You're going to spend a lot of time pulling people from other areas in order to make your profit margin. And that's very difficult to do, especially if you don't have a lot of money to pump into marketing. And if you live in an area where most of your high ticket or high dollar clients are coming from hours away to come see you. That's going to be really, really tough. I know because I have been through this experience before. I worked at a salon where the community wasn't as financially progressive, but our prices in the salon reflected that of somewhere that was more financially progressive. And yeah, it was really hard. We had a lot of slow days. I had to work really, really hard with marketing and getting my name out there, networking. It just takes more. It takes more versus if you are in a community who have that target or that target dollar that you're looking for your services. It won't be as difficult for you to bring in a local community because they have it, they got it. The people with money are looking for convenience. They're not trying to drive all the way over the world just to come get a service, although they will, but they're not. They're going to look to see what's in their area. They're going to look to see what's in their hometown. And they're going to do that because it's more efficient. People with money like efficiency, and they like things to be in close proximity a lot because they're busy most of the time, and they want things right now because they have the money to do it right now. So think about that. And then you also have to think about the demand of it. Is it high demand? Is it low demand? Your high demand equals a premium pricing opportunity because it's high demand. But don't go overboard with the prices though. But there is an opportunity for you to make the money because it's a high demand service or product. And going back to the experience and transformation, you're not just styling the hair, you're changing somebody's life. I know when I had a client, my favorite part of the service was seeing how they feel after. Like, that is the most refreshing feeling that you can have from somebody. When you finish the service and it's like you automatically, like, they start sitting up straight. They start doing all of this in the mirror. They start And then when they put that lip gloss on, you know it. You know it. When they look in the mirror and they look like, and they got to put that lip gloss on, you know you did that. You know you did your big one. You know you did your big one. Now, one moment that really touched me, I did have a client. She was experiencing some like mental health hardships, and she had just got out of an abusive relationship, and she was really just trying to find herself. And after I did her hair, she just looked at herself and she cried. I thought I had fucked some shit up. I ain't even gonna lie. My heart sank to my ass. Okay. I thought I had I thought I had fucked her shit up, and I ain't know. I ain't know what to do at that point. I was just like, damn. But she turned around and she hugged me. And I was like, okay, okay. I think we're good. Okay. Yeah. And she just talked to me about how thankful she was to have me as her stylist. And then that's when she just went off into the spiel of what she was going through and things like that. And I just felt really good about what I was doing. And sometimes it's not about you as the hairstylist. Sometimes it's about the client. You never know what that client is going through when they sit in your chair. That's why they tell us that we're their therapist every single day. Hell, I need to start charging a therapy charge. Let me go get my therapy license. I need to start charging y'all. But I love what I do though, so I don't mind it. And that was just the most fulfilling moment ever in my life, and that those moments are why I do what I do as a hairstylist. And when you have moments like that, it's just going to make you love the profession even deeper. Now let's get into the formula. So for example, I'm gonna bring up the silk press, right? So it's going to be your base rate, hourly rate, times your service time, okay, plus your product costs, plus your profit margin. Your profit margin needs to be between 30% and 50% in order for you to get a good a good return, okay, on your profits. I know that was a lot of math, so let me break it down. Silk press, right? It takes you 2 hours to complete or less, depending on how good you are, okay? Takes you or what you're doing. Silk press, 2 hours. Okay. If you do your base price at $50 an hour, 2 hours. So you got 2 times 50, okay, which is $100. So your base price for that service is going to be $100. Your products cost $10, okay? And this is just an example. Your products cost $10, okay? And then you want to have a 30% profit margin. So your total ends up being $143 that you need to charge for that service per person. Okay. And yes, granted, each person may not use all of the product that you have for that $10 or whatever, but at the end of the day, you have to charge each person as if they're going to use all of your product, because you might get a client in one day that actually does. Okay? Okay? And I've had that happen. So now what your mindset shift is going to have to be is you're not just charging for what you do, okay? You're charging for what you know and how it makes your client feel. That's what you're charging for. You're not charging for just what you do. It's about your skill level, your experience, the products you're using, how the products make her feel, and how you as the stylist make your client feel. It's really about the experience for real. At the end of the day, and then also stop feeling guilty about charging your worth. I'm so sick of y'all. Charge your worth, because if the same people can go to Louis Vuitton, or if they can go to shop at Van Cleef and get grills and all these things and wear these Gucci bags and these Coach purses, What makes you think that you have to sacrifice what you want to make? No, charge these people. If they could pay everybody else what they worth, they could pay you. They not going to Neiman's and arguing them people about how much that doggone Gucci shirt costs. They're not arguing with them about that. They finna go right up to that counter and swipe that card or drop that cash. No questions asked. Okay. So treat yourself just like that. And I ain't gonna say it again. Let's talk about raising your prices. And this is about to be real talk, okay? So, first, okay, we need to know how to communicate a price increase professionally. You can make an announcement, you can slowly speak to every customer that comes in. You need to have it on your booking site, the time and the date of when that change is going to occur, just so that you can make sure that you communicate the price change effectively and professionally as possible. So when they come to you, it's like they're not like, but it was this price last time and I want that price. No, babe. I put it on my website. I put it on my booking site. I text all of my clients. And if they didn't respond to the text, I sent emails. See, this is why having a booking site or a website when you're doing your bookings is so important, because you can literally contact all of your clients from one spot and send an email or a text blast out, okay? And everybody will get it. And if they don't get it, still put it on your booking website when they go to book in bold. Well, it doesn't have to necessarily be in bold. Well, yeah, so they can see it. But don't do it in a way to where you screaming at them either, okay? So exclamation points are not necessary. Capital letters are not necessary. You can literally just write the message regularly with regular punctuation marks. All you have to do is just put it in bold, italicize it, or highlight it. Can y'all please stop yelling at y'all customers and clients with these booking sites? Because it's given very much they probably not gonna book with you and you got an attitude. Because if I'm booking with somebody, I don't want them screaming at me before I get there. I don't. I don't. So, okay. So, another way is raising your prices. You have to know how to build trust and loyalty before you raise your prices. And I would say 6 months to a year, depending on how inflation goes with, we got rent, we gotta, pay for products and all these things like that. I would say anywhere between 6 months to a year or annually increase your prices annually. And if you don't do it annually, I would do like every 2 years increase your price. But honestly, your prices should increase every year because inflation increases every day. Just saying. Your rent go up every year. Just saying. When you raise your prices, not everybody will stay, and that is okay. All right? That's okay. Certain clients or certain customers have a certain budget that they don't want to go over. And it just so happens that some of those clients will fall out of your target audience. And that's totally okay. You're going to get back what you lost. Trust me. If you have marketing that's on point, and if you have a service to deliver that's on point and that's high quality, and everything reflects as it should, you're gonna get those clients back. I've done it every single time. Whenever I take a break from doing hair and I come back, my prices go up every time. My clients don't know it, but it do. Now y'all do. Y'all know it now. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And then also keep it classy, not apologetic, okay? You want to keep it classy, and here's how you can say that. So I wrote a little something to kind of give y'all an idea of what I mean with keep it classy but not apologetic, okay? Here it goes. As my skills and services evolve, My pricing reflects the quality and care I provide to each client. And feel free to take that. I'll let y'all have that one. So, in closing, you have to know your worth, okay? You have to break down your costs and you have to make sure that you charge based on your value and not fear of people not booking with you. You don't want to create a brand because you feel like nobody's going to buy at the price that you set and then you lower your prices because that's not going to do anything but hurt you and hurt your business. Okay? Sis, the right clients will pay. Okay? I'll say it again. The right clients will pay. The wrong ones will complain even if it's free. Just saying. And a quick church announcement as well. We're going to be changing times from 9 to 11 a.m. We're still on Mondays though. Still every Monday. We just have a quick time change. My schedule kind of fluctuated a bit, but rest assured you will have your episode, okay? All right, y'all, that's the end of the video. Go ahead and like it if you found that this information was very helpful. Y'all can also comment. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, okay? And if you're not new here, make sure that you turn on your post notifications because we'll be moving to a new time on Mondays. And yeah, let's get into some more raw and unfiltered chair talk with y'all. Like I'm excited. I'm always excited every week.